Hi guys, back again. So sorry. I'm back. So sorry. Ah, hi everyone. I'm back again. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Chanelli. Hi, Purple Lotus Flower. Hi, Kelsey. Hey, Tracy. Missed you. Aw, thank you, honey. I missed you too. Hi, Cat Mommy. Thank you for joining. Hi, Pretty Doll Baby. Hey, Tracy. I missed your live earlier, but not this time. Well, actually, we were unexpectedly dropped. So this is actually the real broadcast because we were unexpectedly dropped. And we're going to stay focused on Uranus and Taurus because we went off on dieting and some other characters out there. And so we don't want to do that. We want to stay focused on Uranus and Taurus. Hi, I am Apple Love. Oh, Agape Love. Agape Love. Oh, that's so cute. I am Agape Love. I love that. What a cute name. Uranus. Yes. I thought those were videos. What videos? Am I confused? Welcome back, Tracy. Thank you, Tenon. Thank you. Oh, my heart hurts, guys. My heart hurts. All right. All right. So, it's a long story. Sometimes my own clients affect me, and I just got affected. So my heart is, you know, it's just hurting right now. Thank you, Nubian. I'm glad to be back too. Regular astrology signs. Okay, Kelsey, I'm missing what you're asking about. So, forgive me. I'm okay. I'm okay. Um, you all just know that when you all talk to me, I take things personally. I'm with you in your experiences. Like I just want you all to know I'm there. I become you. Like it's you guys are everything to me. So I don't always get off the phone and go back to happy go lucky Tracy. Like sometimes I get affected. All right. Let's breathe. Your energy, I know. Let's get back to work, everyone. We got work to do. So, maybe it's better that my energy is like this because then I'll focus. We're going to talk about Uranus and Taurus, and I've got this. I took this from this guy Richard, and he's from Golden dot astrology at outlook.com. So you could email him, and I think his Twitter might be Golden Astrology. If I have it wrong, to your surprise, I'm going to double up on my readings, and we're going to do Uranus and Taurus for all the signs, and then we're going to do for the month of June as well. So, you guys are putting me to work this month. So let's start over Uranus and Taurus. Uranus came into Taurus on May 15, 2018. Remember, we did the love candles because it was very important to me for you to understand that if you want to change, you have to create your own changes. And this was a way to facilitate the changes that you want, which is why we did the love candles and we mix it with the money candles this time, and we wrote our letters to God or to whoever your higher spiritual power is, because we want to be able to own whatever changes Uranus is going to bring to us. We want to be able to own it. We want to step into our personal powers, right? Now, Uranus will be here for 7 years, and it will affect millions slash billions of people. It's a global aspect that's transitioning right now. It's global. It encompasses the whole world. So, with Uranus, expect the opposite. Expect the opposite. So, sometimes it's simple. If you're not married, you're going to be married. If you're married, you're probably going to get divorced, especially for most likely. Listen to this, it's very important to understand. Most people who are in unhappy relationships are probably going to get divorced, unfortunately. Okay? Because Uranus hears you. If you're at a job that you've been there for 10 years, because that's Taurus energy will stay at the job forever, right? My dad was a Taurus. He would never have left his company, all right? But you hate the job, and you know people like that. You yourself could be like that. Somebody you haven't spoken to in 8 years will contact you. Yes. Um, and when there's like, let's, if we stay focused on the job, and you're like, oh my God, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. Well, you know what God does? This energy, Uranus, because it's expecting unexpected, you go to work one day and a whole slew of you will get a pink slip. And then you're going to be like, well, I was actually hating my job, and this just made it easier. When something like that happens, it happens for the greater good, even if it comes in a shocking kind of way. So if you guys are having problems in your marriages, you know, like look at it. If you're not having problems, by the way, it's not meant for you. It's meant for the ones that are not identifying that there's a problem here. I'm living in a problem. I have a problem. I don't like this. Boom. Then the answer gets revealed to you. So don't be shocked when the answer comes to you, although it can be shocking for some people who's not dealing with it. So if there was an opportunity to really look at your marriage and say, this is not for me, and I think we should just kind of let this go, then the tower doesn't have to come. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could create the change, and Uranus would be with you. Uranus would be like, oh my God, you made the change. Thank you. You didn't make me do it. So, what are we going to do to make your life better? If you delay it, then Uranus might bring something into your relationship that will make you leave the person, but it didn't have to go down that way. Like, I've done a lot of readings on people, and I'm like, so you really didn't know this was getting this bad? And ultimately, they always say, yeah, I knew. Okay, well, we didn't have to get there, and it hurts, and I get it. But that's not what Uranus is about. Uranus is about getting you to the next place that you need to be. It pushes you. Thank you. Getting you to the next place you need to be without the drama. Uranus is creative and fun and spontaneous. Like enjoy Uranus. Enjoy it. All right. And if there's something that's not working for you, look at it. Deal with it. Talk about it. Do something about it. Okay? Because the hurt that you could give yourself by affecting change is so much less than the change that Uranus is going to bring, especially for very stable people. Very fixed sign people, very stable people. I've only done this way all my life. I ain't changing. All right. Then it all comes. Expect unpredictable behavior under the fixed sign of Taurus. The financial system. Money is going to change like you can't imagine before the 7 years is up. All right. Let me make sure this is the first page. Yes. Okay. Our ecosystem, water is going to be prevalent. It's going to be important. The stuff that's going on in Michigan, we all need to find a way to help Michigan because that's what Uranus is saying. Uranus is saying, really, California? You all are going to sit over there and think you're going to be okay with water and no one's caring about Michigan? That's what Uranus will do. So people are going to be affected. But if we step up, all of us, and say, how can I help? How can I help Michigan? Like, what can I do? What company can I invest in? Thank you, S. Roche. Bitcoin's another thing with the financial system. Your life values are going to change, all right? And especially, let me put my glasses on. Your life values will get altered greatly, including how you view religion. The metaphysical world is going to rise up, and the religious world may begin to become dismantled in greater details. It's already been happening in the last 10 years. It already happened in the Uranus in Aries. But now it's almost like the potential for it to become obsolete, and alternate belief systems will rise up. So the metaphysical world and how you respond to one another in a metaphysical kind of way, not in a religious kind of way, not in a religious, but literally taking the words of Jesus, not the church, Jesus, and hearing those words so clearly that it becomes your philosophy. Like, people will change because they have a different belief system now. And so cultures like the Chinese culture, the Japanese culture, the Indian culture, where they have more philosophy on how they treat people and how they operate, those things are going to become more prevalent. Metaphysical people, and how we communicate and how we help from the heart. Again, these are the areas that are going to grow greatly. The earth matters because Uranus is in Taurus. So the earth matters. How we feed ourselves will matter. Most of us are going to start beginning to understand GMO and how we don't want GMO in our foods. We have a slight understanding of it now, not enough. Most of us are going to go back to eating healthy products from the earth, not boxed foods. A lot of those things are going to go away. Trust me on that. Boxed foods are unhealthy for you, and food that comes from the ground, most of us are going to be investing in that type of eating more and more. It's not enough. I know it's changed, but it's going to become bigger in the next 7 years. What you value, what do you really value? And that's going to be really, really hard, because there's not a person I don't speak with who doesn't value money. And that's it, money. Like, everyone's crazy for money. And that becomes your value system. If you're crazy for money and that is the only thing that you value, you will begin to see money not being that important, or money being taken away, until you pick up a different value system, until you value something else. And again, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's very important to change up all the things that the way we've been operating. It actually hasn't been healthy for us. All right. So, it's very important to become very, very creative. All right. Those of you that want to create a business, now is the time to think about it. Now is the time to do it. I don't believe in e-smoking. Sorry. I don't believe in any smoking products that can literally hurt your lungs. And that does not mean weed. I mean all the artificial. No, e-smoking. But all those things are going to change. Time to be more creative in your business. And creative businesses will soar over conglomerate types of businesses, banks and institutions. They will begin to crumble. Are you awake? Are you awake? Are you going to be willing to fight for something? This is the year of the rebel. What makes you woke? It's okay to start participating. All right? And what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to see happen? And if you want to see something happen, create it. Thank you. This is the year of the inventor. I don't know who said that, but thank you. This is the year of the inventor. You know, all those shows is like, I created this. You now will come up with the concept and the idea that people will want. This is what Uranus will provide. Because you now have the power to create, and you have the power to create and make it into reality. All right? And I'm not talking about small businesses, I'm talking about business for yourself from a creative space. Don't be stuck with thinking that somebody else needs to pay you. Don't be stuck. All of that is going to change our spirit. Many people are going to figure out, I can do this. I can be my own boss. I am the creative one. It's already begun, but it's the low-lying people that you're going to find that is going to make some creative ideas. It's the ones you didn't expect. We expect the Bill Gates. How about me? How about someone you didn't expect? There's going to be a need to operate differently from what is considered normal. Well, this is the way we've always done it, right? We always have parents that say that. Or these are the rules. These are the rules, and you follow the rules. Uranus says, no, there are no rules. Uranus says, I'm going to break the rule because the rule doesn't fit me. Like the other day, the Pope said to an individual in a conversation, he said something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing, but it's okay, something like it's okay to be gay because you're God's child, something like that. And that conversation is Uranus and Taurus. That's where the Pope stepped in and was like, no, I can't do this anymore. Now, the Vatican did not co-sign. So when you have Uranus and Taurus, it also means that you're going to come against some challenges in how all of this is going to work out. So the Pope knows, and the Pope was like, no, I can't do this anymore. Jesus accepts you, God accepts you as you were born. The Vatican put out a statement, and the Vatican said, well, that was a personal conversation the Pope had. That's not our position, all right? But Uranus says, no, now's the time to break the rules, period. No mas. No more. Uranus, in a weird kind of way, doesn't respect rules. Rules are about containment and control, all right? And it's about ignorance and keeping the masses ignorant. And Uranus says, no, rise up. You're smarter than that. You don't need to do this anymore. Figure it out. It's a beautiful thing. Because what will come with Uranus is new people, new ideas, new circumstances. Yes, thank you, Edgar. Yes, time for awakening. New people, new ideas, new circumstances. Revolutionary change comes with Uranus. All right? Now, Uranus is about gun control and those young children that are not putting up with this anymore. Do you understand? The rules will change in gun control. We've talked about it before. And didn't we start to see a lot of changes? It's going to get bigger. And as the rules change and as people challenge pharmaceutical companies who refuse to change, the government who refuses to change, it's an all-out warfare. There's going to be public backlash on certain topics. And it's okay to fight. Fight, fight, fight for change. Fight for your lives. Fight for not allowing any more guns being brought into school and the circumstances that comes out of a kid bringing a gun to school. Fight, because none of these things should be accessible. None of these things. All right? Uranus also loves total freedom. So you are not going to be allowed to tell me what to do anymore. Do you understand? Especially when you have certain countries that are compromised by their government and controlled by their government. Uranus says, no, it ends today. No, today we fight. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Also, Uranus is going to be about your karma. All right? How we live is how we reap and how we sow. And so, karma does come back around. And sometimes karma just has to come back around. I know I'm a spiritual person, so I can literally see when karma comes in my door, and I was like, oh, I see why you're here. How long do I have to suffer? Like, I realize I made a mistake. What do I have to do to get out of this? Karma's real, guys. And so if you've been operating poorly, it's just going to show up now. And because it just has to. And when it shows up, my prayer for you is that you just receive it and pray to God and learn your lesson. That's what this is about, just learning your lesson. You think I could talk to you all and be a psychic that could see what I see in everyone's lives if I didn't handle my own karma? Please, I gotta fix myself before I talk to you all. And then everybody's like, oh, you're such a good reader. No, I'm a good reader because I've been through it. All right? Did it, done it, experienced it, had to have karma step into my life. It's been terrible. It's been terrible. It's been hell. But every time karma stepped in, I said to karma, what do you want me to learn from this experience? Because you're killing me here. What do I need to learn, God? All right? So try to figure out why karma showed up. Because the quicker you learn your lessons, the quicker karma goes on to the next person. Get her out of here. Medical sciences and pharmaceutical industries will be resistant. Darn it. Oh no, I don't want to get up. Will be resistant. Medical sciences and pharmaceutical industries will be resistant to change. Be aware of that. But the people will forge ahead with naturopathic healthcare. Doctors will begin to invest in not only medicine that they were trained in, but homeopathic and naturopathic healthcare. So you will find doctors that will communicate with you with an alternate belief. Not just take these pills, but take these herbs. And that's going to be a beautiful thing because I'm all about the herbs. Doctors will begin to make the shift. The royal couple. Remember, they got married just as Uranus was transitioning. That's going to have a huge impact on structure and order and rebel behavior, but not in a bad way. Rebel behavior in a very royal-like way. I believe, and I'm sticking to this, I believe Meghan is going to be the Diana. Meghan has Diana inside of her. She was the one that fought against AIDS. She was the one when everybody was saying, don't touch them, don't touch them. She went to the hospitals and she touched them. And she nurtured them. And she sat with them. And she said, if I die, I die. But I'm not going to abandon these people. And Meghan has already gone to Africa to participate in a country, I forget which country now, to help with their resources for water. Meghan is Diana. And that's what Harry is falling in love with. He's falling in love with the spirit and that fighting spirit that Diana had. But she will also do it in the same way. She will be elegant. She will be strong. She will public speak on issues. You know, she's going to be amazing. Okay. But and remember, so is Harry. Harry's the same way. He's a rebel. He doesn't follow the monarch and their rules and their regulations. And he fights and he's the wild boy. Ironically, they are perfect for each other. Absolutely perfect. One will complement the other because he has to fight and she has the substance. What an amazing couple. So proud that they have found each other. Together with a person like Meghan, Harry, together changes will be imminent. They will not be snobs. She will be exactly like Diana. Exactly. The Earth with Taurus is about earthly energy, and it matters greatly. Water from Michigan, going back to natural foods, fresh off the farm, will become the norm. Man-made foods and products will become obsolete. Water will be a big deal. Water, 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 water will be a big deal. Period. In the next 7 years, get involved with bringing water to unattainable countries. Israel, when I went over to Jerusalem, and Israel found a way, because they also don't get enough water, to take the ocean water and make it drinkable. Do you understand that? They took ocean water and made it drinkable. So now Israel's thriving. Organic products will become stronger and stronger. Interesting enough, something else that came through is we will choose to live. We will fight to live. We will fight to sustain our earth. We will choose love. How many times have I talked to you all and I'm like, men aren't doing the love thing. We still have it in us because it's girly energy, but men don't. Everyone will choose love. Love for my neighbor, love to find a loving partner. Love is going to be big, guys. It's going to be huge. It's going to be amazing to find people just loving me because I showed up. Just because you showed up, the love is there. And that doesn't have to be just relationship love. It's going to be global love. Okay, yeah, Venus rules Taurus. We're going to be forced to deal with our addictions in the next 7 years. Drinkers, drug issues. You're going to be forced to deal with what you have not been wanting to deal with. All right? For some of you, it's going to come crashing down. For others, if you want to control it in advance, remember we talked about getting ahead of Uranus, control it in advance. Any substance abuse is going to be a big deal. And the fight, and people are going to fight for you. Remember we talked about love? People are going to fight for you. They want to love you through any issues that you're going to have. The metaphysical world will take over. My world will take over. Yoga, shamanism, alternate spirituality practices, other religious philosophies. We will take over the world. It's such a beautiful world. Like, right, guys? Like, New Age. Yes, New Age is good. Thank you, but girl, I'm not using the right words. New Age. We will take over how people develop, how their soul develops, how their heart increases, how we treat others. The New Age belief system is going to be the one system that almost everyone, very much like changing the ecosystem, very much like going back to eating plants out the ground. Like, do you understand? Going back to basics, something that's the religious organizations may have forgotten to remind us about. And this is why there's very little attendance in the churches, you know. And if no one has heard that preacher, Michael Curry, that preached at Meghan and Harry's wedding, please take a moment to listen to that, because it's those words, it is the way that we will be operating. He mentioned Martin Luther King, and it was because Martin Luther King had love for his people that he wound up changing everything. But it was because he had love for his people. Imagine being that as an individual. It doesn't have to be on a big scale, but imagine joining something because you love someone so much that you're not going to let a big organization take them down. That's funny, C10. I actually like that. Namaste, bitches. The royal weddings on Spotify. I'm hearing. Oh, the preacher. He's on Spotify. Really? They put on Spotify. Oh, that's funny. again, because there could be an alternate belief in how you all decide where you're getting your information from, like the metaphysical world, do not think for a second that there's not going to be a spiritual warfare. All right? The churches have no interest in losing. All right? And so it just could come down to, you know, them against us at some point. I'd hate to see that because I think we all can work together. But again, there's going to be some governmental warfare and some spiritual warfare. So pick a lane, pick a lane, and fight. The government will challenge its people because remember they like what they've established. They like gun control. They like tricking you all. You know, so the government will fight. Pretty much what America is going through right now. It's really sad. In terms of like our government and the people not being on the same pages, and and we can't seem to stop our government. We're like, please hear us. We're not co-signing what's going on, and they're just like, I don't care. I don't care. It's just a nightmare in America right now. But with Uranus and Taurus, change has to come, karma has to come, governmental fighting in terms of like civilly trying to redirect our energies. And if you vote, you create change. And remember, we've got all those kids, all those 18-year-olds that are leaving high school that will vote this year. Oh, my subscribers are called psychic detectives. And the emoji is the one with the eye. All right. Oh, yes. Someone said, I didn't read the name, everyone that's focused our light on the planet. Your planet is going to matter. You're going to care. Oh, I didn't mention him. Oh, the cellist. Oh, he was amazing. Rue is a very good herb to bathe with. Just giving you some concept that the Periscope people are bringing on. I love rue, by the way. Um, oh, whatever challenges, especially governmental challenges, the people will win. The standard in America will change, and it could change. It could have some constitutional changes. I mean, we might have a real impact as to what we want and what we're going to stand for. It's going to be interesting. Buckle up, people. Um, okay. ET phone home. They're going to show themselves, guys. Aliens are going to show themselves. Period. This is the time. We're going to get a lot more sightings of extraterrestrial beings. Expect a lot of changes. Stop laughing. They're coming. Do they think we're ready? No. No. They already know we're not ready. Some of them are already here. Some of them are already planted here. They already know we're not ready. No. So, but it does mean that they may be allowed to come because there are just certain things that we're doing with the planet that at this stage of the game, I think they're coming to help us with the planet. So, it'll be interesting. But get ready. There will be breakthroughs in science, breakthrough in technology. You guys have already seen the movies. Breakthroughs in technology. Right now, I can put my, sign into my bank with face recognition. It's going to get bigger, better. It's going to speed up like this. And we're going to have like 3D technology. I think we're really going to get to the point where we're going to put stuff inside our wrist to identify who we are. I think these things are just going to happen. I don't think there's going to be any avoidance in this. And social order will change. All right. The good part is You know what's going to come out of Uranus and Taurus? What's our life's purpose? Why are you here? What, what's your purpose? This is where you're going to figure it out. What are you doing? Why are you here? I know for me, I figured out my life purpose with a mentor. Thank God I had this mentor. And although she gave me the message really rough, I'm grateful that I got the message. So I know I'm here to help and to soothe and to heal, which is why I began this podcast a little upset because I just felt like maybe I lost. Maybe I didn't get through to someone. And it's okay. Everyone has their free will. So I know I'm here to help. And there's not a time that doesn't go by that someone doesn't text me and say, I've changed their lives. There's not a day that doesn't go by that someone doesn't say, if I did not get that reading, I don't know where I would be. Or that someone calls me anxious and really upset. And then they're like, I feel so much better now. Thank you, C10. Web girl, aren't you ready for the changes? Yes. Yeah, come on guys, get ready. Be ready. Get ready to participate. Get ready to fight social order. Get ready to challenge your government. Get ready to vote. 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 In every country, voting matters. Why do you think we vote? Why do you think the government fears voting? Vote. Exercise your right to decide what you want out of life. For you, for your children, for your community, for your culture. I'm making a difference one reading at a time. Oh, I love that. I gotta write that down. Making a difference. Oh. Who said that? One reading at a time. Who said that? Tell me. Who said it? Very important. Who said that? Who said it? Thank you, pretty doll. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, they want to chip people. Y'all are going to be, at least babies are going to get that chip. Watch. It was C10? Oh my God, C10, email me. PsychicTracyBrown@yahoo.com. Email me. So, Uranus is going to affect Taurus's first. Tauruses, you're in for a rough ride. So I hope that you guys can see the change that needs to happen and then make the change, and don't stay stuck just because you think you made a decision. Do what makes you feel good. Hurt no one. All right, Tauruses? Hurt no one. Anybody else that has a sun, moon, or rising in Taurus, y'all will be affected. Second, so sun sign, earth, moon, and rising. All right? And then in your birth chart, wherever Taurus is in your birth chart, you will be affected based upon where it's located in your birth chart and then under which signs. There's a lot of complicated stuff that go into that. I have no Taurus in my birth sign. Nothing. No Taurus. But Taurus does appear, I think with me, I tried to check the other day. I think it appears in my... It's either my house of family or my house of career. I think Taurus falls in my house of career. No, it's 10. I get a little confused. I get a little confused. But in any case, if you have no Taurus in your birth chart, then you have to see where Uranus falls. Not Taurus, I'm sorry. You have to see where Uranus falls. And I think Uranus falls in my house of career. Something like that. So, I should not get affected like like a Taurus would. Sun, moon, or rising. If your moon sign is in Taurus, I have a Taurus moon, I'm hearing. Guys, you're going to be affected. And some of you I know, right? And so some of you I know. So now this is kind of making sense. So remember, Taurus rules Venus, and Venus is your love, right? So you have to figure out what issues are going on in love and then change that. All right? Because Taurus is in, Venus rules Taurus. And so if you have a moon or sun and love, your relationship, your loving relationships, like you may have to figure out what your mistakes are and then fix your mistakes and then realize that karma comes back around. So you even might have to check yourself. You may have to go back and see where some of those mistakes, like what did you do in the past? And then, you can apologize for your mistakes. You don't have to apologize to the person. You just apologize to God, and you have to check yourself and figure out, oh my God, I can't, because I did that once. I don't know if I told you guys. I was sitting in my bed, it's about 9 o'clock at night, and I thought of something that I did, and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, what do I do? Just talking to God, because I'm a little crazy. And God was like, just apologize to me. And I was like, really? It's that simple? It didn't feel like it was going to be that simple. I was like, really? That simple? And I was like, with all sincerity, I was like, God, I'm really sorry. It was like I'm talking inside myself, not out loud. The minute I acknowledged one hurt, God flooded in all of my hurts that I've ever given anyone. Man, by the time God was done with me, I was in so much pain when I realized how much pain I had caused. And all I could do was sit there and take it, and I apologize for every single thing that came in my mind's eye. I just apologized, and I'm telling you, that freed me. That freed me. I was like, oh my God, if that's all it took, I would have been done this. But the pain that I felt, because I realize now, and now it's kind of making sense. Sometimes when they say when you die, that movie comes. You've heard that, right? They're like, well, when you die, you got to sit and watch the movie of your life. Oh my God. I think I might bypass all of that by correcting my karma in this lifetime. I have no interest in dying and coming back to recorrect my karma. I'm not correcting my karma. I'm doing it now so that I can just stay up there. I'm not coming back. I might come back as an angel. I might choose to be somebody's angel. Maybe. But I will not revisit this earth. I'm staying. But I'm making a joke. But seriously, there is a way to honor your life's mistakes. There's a way. God wants to forgive you always. Hi, Tracy, I believe the same, right? Yeah, and remember, when changes come, it could be painful. So just remember the lesson in the change. Always ask God, what am I to learn here? What am I to learn? When I was having financial issues, man, the God tried to kill me. But I realized it's because I thought money grew on trees. I had always been well taken care of. I had never really learned responsibility. And I was an adult. Like, money just flowed. My son was an actor. Money just came out of nowhere. Checks kept coming in the mailbox. And I never thought that there would be a rainy day. Because God had never failed me. Not God. God, no, he never failed me. Until he realized I was selfish, I was inconsiderate, I wasn't being kind. With the money that he was giving me, boom, he took it all away. In an instant, he took it away. It dried up. And then I was forced to work at a department store. And I gotta tell you, it was the worst experience of my life. But I met some amazing, amazing friends. I watched most of those kids get out of college. And in the end, they really appreciated my personality, my spirit. I really taught them how to fight and how to stick up for themselves and not to put up with the, the BS that some of these department stores make you believe because they're paying you like $8 an hour. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was the worst experience ever. I wish it on no one as an adult woman. If you're a child, fine, work at a department store. If you're a grown woman, doesn't work for you. Oh, and then one of the mommies, this is gonna be really good. And then one of the mommies, because it's the whole mommy world that you belong in when your child's an actor, And so one of the mommies saw me fall from grace, right? And she comes over to me and she's like, so you're working at Target. Target, Target. And man, I was very embarrassed. And then again, I had to get over myself because there's a lesson being learned, right? And so when I got over myself, immediately I had to figure it out right away. The way I responded to her was, yeah, I work at Target. It's a great company to work. Oh wait, no. It's a great company to work for. Doesn't really matter. In any case, I got over myself. And funny thing is, God didn't take me for 8 years. He let me stay there for 8 years. I had something. And okay, so while I was there is where I began to heavily invest in my psychic work. So I was part-time at the department store and part-time doing 8 years. Well, if you've been single for 8 years, you're going to be in a relationship. So get ready. Prepare to be in a relationship. Do your work. And so I was doing psychic readings part-time, working at the department store part-time, and really learning to care about that area that I loved the most, even though I went to the department store. I would just do it, and then I go, okay, today's the day I'm going to do my, work at the other job and do my psychic work. And it was just amazing. And I didn't realize what God was doing, but God was like, take your time. Take your time. I want you to learn this. I want you to take your time. I'm not going to give you the gift overnight. You're going to take 8 to 10 years to develop this gift. And I appreciate God in the long run. I didn't like it, but I understand it. And I appreciate God in the long run because my gift is amazing. And yes, I'm bragging. I was meant to go through it to discover your gift. Otherwise, you may never have done it before. Thank you. I was meant to go through $8 an hour, guys. $8 an hour to develop my gift. I put in the work and I sacrificed. And I got the memo. Like, you got to get the memo. It's almost like, why am I here? And then God is like, oh, just sit there. I don't have to tell you anything. I'm like, okay. I'm just going to sit here. 8 years, part-time, until I went full-time. And that's when the flooding of information really poured in. It's been beautiful ever since. Like, I love you guys. It's been beautiful to let me be there and let me help you and keep me informed. Like, in the celebrity readings, like, I'm just amazed at how much these readings come true. The celebrity predictive outcomes. I love what I do for a living. I love it. What's the question, pretty doll? I missed it. What's the question? So with that being said, guys, my Venus in Taurus, you told me months ago my love life will change in the fall. Did it? Or this fall? Oh, much luck. Thank you. Oh, brightly. Good luck. Brightly. Oh, God, much luck. I don't know what happened. This fall. Oh, this fall. Okay, all right. So wait, because now Uranus is in Taurus. Men are going to be changing. You're going to see. It's going to be a beautiful thing. But got to tell you guys, if you want change, you change. How many times have I told you all that? You change. You're overweight, fix it. You want to go back to school? Go back to school. Change. You create the change. What if you're wanting to go back to school and you haven't been going back to school, and then you finally go, oh, I'm going to go back to school, and you meet the guy at school? Come on, people. Get it together. Offer up your personal change. You want something, do it for yourself first. Yes, I'm so happy, Beautiful says, and I will work on myself in the meantime. Right. Kind of like the psychic readings. You know what I mean? My only job was to develop this. I didn't know it. I just heard the memo. Okay, I can only do this 3 days a week. I'll figure it out. Dedicated. 3 days a week. Dedicated. Never left a day. Never called out sick. Ever. Mm-hmm. All right. Again, I got this information mostly from Astrology at Outlook.com. Feel free to email him. He doesn't know that I stole his material. He has no idea, which is why I have to give him credit. Oh, I'm working on tarot reading skills for a while. Oh, yeah. Plain and Simple by Anthony Lewis. Get that book. Listen, from what I'm getting, don't worry about Meghan and Harry. Worry about yourselves. From what I'm getting, do you. They'll be fine. Do you. Seriously, do you. All right? They got married. You want yours? Be a Meghan. Got it? Oh, C10, many blessings for all the changes that are happening. Be with God as these changes are occurring in your life. Are we good, guys? I don't know if I explained Uranus and Taurus well enough. There are so many other people that I'm sure can explain it better. I don't know. I'll check it. You did amazing. Thank you. Thank you, pretty doll baby. Bless you. Can I get some hearts? Psychic Saturdays. Are you... Wait, what? Oh, I don't know. What's going on here, guys? Let me go back to YouTube. Hi, Tracy. Do you give in-person readings? Yes, of course, Phoenix Rose. I love anything with the name Rose in it, by the way, Phoenix. And those of you that have Rose in your names, y'all know this already. Email me, psychictracybrown@yahoo.com. Psychictracybrown@yahoo.com. If you're watching right now, please subscribe. Don't miss out on these great videos. Also, I do have a Patreon account, all right? And I'm deciding to give away it's called a wishing bracelet. And those of you that have been with me for years, y'all already know about the wishing bracelet. People have told me it works. That's what people have told me. So I've decided to give away the wishing bracelet. If you donate, I'll do it this way. If you donate $30 or more, or if you donate like in increments, when you get to $30, I'll send you the wishing bracelet. Because apparently on Patreon you have to give something away. And I love these bracelets. Some of them have bells, some of them have crosses, but they all have very specific stones attached to them, like amethyst and rose quartz, which is my favorite. Sometimes they have hematite. But in any case, I'll be giving those away on my Patreon account. From my Patreon account. But you can purchase it separate. I could care less. Yes. I have Patreon. Okay. So I have Patreon. Yes. I think I need to launch it tonight. So I'll try and launch it tonight. I think I chose Tracy Brown Live. You want a wishing bracelet? Oh my God. You have no idea. Okay, so I'll explain the wishing bracelet right now, but we'll go over it in detail, right? So the wishing bracelet is made up of 7 stones. And then I have another girl that Love Stones Lauren Spins. If you check out her Twitter account at Lauren Spins, Spinz, she always puts out videos on the meaning of stones, right? And so I have these stones, and it's attached to a bracelet like this, right? And it's 7 stones. And then on my business card is the Jabber's prayer. So you take the bracelet, and each stone you say the Jabber's prayer 7 times. And then, so you say the Jabber's prayer 7 times. And then, I got this from God. You're allotted 3 wishes. So, you put your 3 wishes out there. Make them practical. Don't make them crazy. Don't wish for a man specifically. Wish for the characteristic of a man, but you'll figure that out. And when the bracelet breaks, your wishes come true. No. Yeah. Yes. You say the Jabber's prayer 7 times, but the way I help everyone is that you hold the stone, one, each stone. That way you don't miss a step, because there are 7 stones. And the centerpiece is either a cross or a bell or something else. Usually it's a cross or a bell. And when the bracelet breaks, your wishes come true. No, you can't purposely break it. Then you're just spending and wasting money. Don't purposely break it. It's usually when the bracelet breaks, everybody's so sad because they'll text me and they'll be like, and the bracelet broke. And I'm like, good! It's supposed to, they always forget. Like, it's supposed to break. Good. I want one. All right, you'll get one. You can pay for it via PayPal or the Patreon account. It's just that Patreon said that I have to give something. Like it's recommended that you give something. So I was thinking, I was like, what can I give away? And I haven't introduced you guys to the bracelet. And the bracelet was just an amazing seller at the Green Man store that I used to work out of. So don't restring it. You want it to break. See, this is a problem I'm having with the public. Let it break. Let it break. Don't restring it. Whatever you do, put the bracelet on. Call it a day. Do your wishes. Do your prayers. Do your wishes. No new string. Let it break. You guys, you see, it's and have. Oh my goodness. And have faith. Oh, I love that. And have, what's that? Who said? Okay, have faith. And have faith. I'm going to add that. Who said that? And have faith. Your wishes will come true. It will. It will. Especially now with Uranus and Taurus. Like, dudes, let's change our spirit. Let's change our Kundalini. Let's change how we operate. Let's change love. Let's change how we operate. Like, put your prayers out there. And I'm telling you, your prayers will be answered. And if anybody doesn't know the Jabber's prayer, it's one of those prayers. It's one of my favorite, and this is why I chose it for the public. Because it says something like, if I've done wrong. Oh, no, it says, let me do no harm. Something like that. I forget the prayer, but it's on my business card. Hold on. It's driving me crazy now. Oh, I know where it is. Okay, so you would get my business card, which is also the instructions, right? And so you guys know how religious I am, so why wouldn't I have a business card with a cross on it? You guys know me, and in the back is a cross. You guys know me. Let me see. Can you guys get the angle of the cross? Right? You guys know me. I'm not doing anything without God. And so I'm going to say the Jabez prayer for you, but it literally says, say prayer 7 times. And it says, oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, so that I may not cause pain. It's a powerful prayer. Hard to operate without giving pain out there. It's a powerful prayer. Can you operate without giving pain? Can you? This prayer allows you to recognize what you're producing out into the world and helps to remind you, like it will remind your spirit. That made me cry. Oh, it will remind your spirit that you're not operating healthy. You want your wishes to come true, really? You think it's just going to happen and you not operate effectively? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I chose something to get everyone's spirit to change. And this is perfect for Uranus. So I was like, Patreon, Uranus, the Jabez prayer, the wishing bracelet, and you're allotted 3 wishes. I've been told people's wishes come true. I can only go by what people have told me. I feel love. Oh. All right, guys. We can never end these sessions. Can never end them. Bye. Thanks for putting up with me. I love you all. Listen, subscribe, like, comment, share. Much love, spiritual titans. Aww. The spirit of love is strong. That was amazing. Oh my God, thank you. I never know. Email me for your own personal readings, psychictracybrown@yahoo.com. Expect your readings, Uranus and Taurus for every sign, and then for the month of June. It's going to be a busy month. I love you all. Bye. Love and peace. Bye, guys.